Much time talking about the Bears offense this week, Brad. I wonder if we've overlooked the fact that the Colts have some explosive weapons themselves. And I think Anthony Richardson, while maybe erratic early in his career, he could be a problem, and he's a big play guy. Jonathan Taylor, same way. He's a home run hitter. If he breaks one tackle, he could be gone. How do you think how equipped are the Colts offensively to attack this Bears defense, which has been very good in both games, especially in the second halves?
Yeah, the defense has been really terrific. I think it's a pretty basic formula here for the Bears. If they can have some success against Jonathan Taylor on early downs, you get Anthony Richardson in a situation where he's got third and unmanageable, and that's gonna fall right into the hands of the Bears. I think Richardson's completing, I think it's 49.1% of his passes through the small sample size, but he's got some big ones, some big plays. I think everybody's probably seen the one that I think was shot from a drone in the season opener where he's off balance back foot and he, I don't know, spends it like 65 yards downfield, which is ridiculous. Taylor's had some good production this season. He's averaging almost 5.5 yards a carry. What's been interesting so far is I believe the Colts have only got like 5 called quarterback runs, okay? Because Richardson's run the ball 10 times, but I think half of those are on scrambles where he's forced out of the pocket. And that could very well be because they want to keep his shoulder healthy after the injury last season that shortened his rookie year and led to surgery. But you're talking about a guy who is a bigger, more physical, powerful Justin Fields when it comes to running the football. Justin Fields was a good-sized quarterback. This guy's got quite a bit on Justin in terms of size and power and strength, I think, and he's got that speed too. So we haven't seen much of that to this point, and I'm sure that the Bears have been bracing for that. Okay, could this be the week where Richardson's going to run it 12 times? And you've got to be careful because he can be electric with the ball in his hands.
So, Brad, there are 9 winless teams right now in the NFL, and when you look at the numbers, I think 19 of the 21 teams over the last 3 years that finished or that started 0-2 did not make the playoffs. Only 2 teams did, and that's over the last 3 years. Since 1990, 279 teams have gone 0-2, and 32 made the playoffs. That's 11.5%. I'm wondering, it gets worse, obviously, if you go 0-3. You're pretty much done. We talked to Mike Palm from Circa, and he said that since 2010, of the teams that started 0-2, they are 70% winners in week 3. How important is this game to the Colts season? And does that give them an advantage of any kind playing at home and being a favorite in the game?
Oh, boy. I mean, maybe a little. They're 0-2. The Bears can't afford to overlook anyone right now the way they've played offensively. Like, had the Bears been sort of humming along and they looked okay, they need to get better, I could see them sort of falling into a trap, but they've played so poorly offensively that I would imagine the coaches have been able to get full focus, attention to detail, and things of that nature out of them in practice this week. What's also interesting, strictly from the perspective of the NFC race, is there's only 4 unbeaten teams remaining in the NFC after 2 weeks. And goodness, I don't know who out there could have predicted the 4 would be Minnesota, New Orleans, Seattle, and Tampa Bay. Like, come on down and collect your prize. That was your list of 4 teams that would still be unbeaten going into week 3 in the NFC. So it's really interesting. it's too early to kind of say, well, how's the conference going to shape up? But you're looking at it now, and you're like, okay, there are going to be some new teams to the party this year, and some of these teams you're accustomed to are going to have to rally a little bit. You know, you got a whole host of these NFC Super Bowl contenders: Philly, Detroit, San Francisco, Dallas. They're all 1-1.
All right, Brad. So you're going down to Indy. You're going to be at Lucas Oil Stadium. The Bears-Colts, noon on Sunday. Who wins?
Yeah, real kind of back and forth about this at the very start of the week, and kind of playing it through both ways in my mind. And then by the middle of the week, I was pretty confident this is a game the Bears can win. I believe that when you look at the four units that are going to be on the field on Sunday, talking about Bears offense, Bears defense, and the Colts offense and Colts defense, the Bears defense is far and away the best unit that's going to be on the field. And the way that Anthony Richardson's played this year, I would imagine there's going to be an opportunity for multiple takeaways, opportunities to get extra possessions for Caleb Williams in the offense. The Colts have been so awful stopping the run, which is a little hard to figure because they've got some players in there in the middle. And DeForest Buckner's out this week; he's on IR. Grover Stewart, the nose tackle, can be a load to move inside. That'll be a tough task for Coleman Shelton, the center. But I've got Bears 20-10, guys.
I'm curious.
What do you guys have?
I've got Bears 26-17.
I took the Colts 19-17.
Yeah,
Dave, I don't know how they're going to get to 26.
4 field goals by Mr. Santos in a season where everyone's kicking field goals, Brad. 2 touchdowns, 12 and 14's 26.
The Bears do play 4 winless teams thus far in a row here. They've got the Colts, then they host the Rams. They've got the Panthers coming in, and then they play the Jags in London. How do you think they'll do in this stretch? I mean, is this where you build Yeah,
and then coming out of that Jacksonville game, they've got a bye, and then they've got a trip to Washington. The Commanders are 1-1. I don't think they're going to be a playoff contender this year. They're in the very beginning stages of a rebuild. Yeah, this is where if the Bears play to their capability, and understanding you're going to have ups and downs with a rookie quarterback, and there's going to be growing pains, and it's not going to look great every week. But if they just play better and continue to get this defensive performance, they've also been very good on special teams. We can't omit that. If they could get to a point here, guys, where I don't know, they're like 6-2 down the road, and are they going to be in the running for the number 1 seed in the bye? Probably not, but I'm willing to bet you top dollar some of these folks that are going bananas over the poor play of the offensive line, and I'm using bananas for another term there that we can't probably say on family radio. Those folks will swing the other way and talk about Super Bowl or bust, and they'll have their reservations made for New Orleans.
Great stuff, Brad.
But I think they could get on a roll here. But it's got to start this Sunday.
It's got to start Sunday.
Yes.
Why is it so hard to figure out how to get to 26? How do you not know how to get to 26?
Go back and watch the first 2 games, buddy.
Oh, wow!
Thank you for the education, Professor Biggs.
Yeah. David is taking off his shoes and socks right now, trying to figure out how to get to 26.
You guys have is Portenbaugh at 740 or
740? Yeah. Yes. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend, fellas.
Thank you.